Good evening, Milton Keynes. This is MK Channel 40 News, and I know we've all been on a very long weekend in lockdown, not going very far, but the news has still been happening. So this is what's been on the top of the Facebook groups and information that's been served across Milton Keynes. Let me just take you firstly to someone we always like to highlight. This is Sam Crooks, Mayor of MK, and he's a one-man communications department. If I can just take you into his website, you've got every day an update on what's going on. The libraries, for example, all going online, and what he's doing in terms of other activities with news and media. And also you'll find that he has very useful information on different aspects. This, for example, we've seen floating around in various posts, and we've added it to our own group, but it's a working from home guide. There was also some really good information for vegetarians. One of the religious groups, the Hindu Association, is doing food deliveries for people that need vegetarian meals because of dietary or religious needs. So that's really, really useful. And so let's just flip back into the news, and going through. On the care side, Melanie Muir has highlighted Captain Tom, MK's finest, over 100 years old, and even the much berated Piers Morgan dished out £10,000 to him. He should have hit the £3 million mark by now, which is an amazing achievement for an old war veteran. Makes us very proud of this fella and what Milton Keynes can do for the NHS appeal. And also, that's the chart that we mentioned. You'll find the link. Good working from home tip for all the white collar workers, so they've got a good rota. On the hospital front, in terms of caring for the workers out there, the nurses, staff, key workers, people out in the doctor's surgeries, Tina Brown highlighted a cake maker that's doing fantastic cakes with the NHS logos and rainbows on them to really boost the morale of all those workers and also increase their waistlines. But I'm sure they're working so hard they'll burn the calories off. And Susan St Moore has highlighted an issue over cancer patients not getting the right treatment because their treatment is being suspended, either because of the risks of coronavirus or changing priorities in some of our hospitals. Equally, Milton Keynes is making great efforts to keep cancer services up to date, and they've issued a special bulletin. We put a link on there for protecting patients visiting the Cancer Care Centre at the University Hospital. And Jono Poon, I should say, moderator, has put a donation request for cardboard boxes because you can't get the goodies that people are providing out to the field without cardboard boxes. So please contact Jono through our Facebook group if you can donate some cardboard. And also, this was very, very useful. It appeared on MKFM. If there are organisations that do not have hand sanitizer, they've run out, then this is where you get it. Get the link off our website. It'll go, our Facebook group, and it will go direct to MKFM's full information and details. Well done, MKFM, for promoting that, and hopefully that will get rid of the shortage of hand sanitizer for care homes and other organisations. Nazeen Khan, who we met last week in a live conversation, who wasn't properly connected with the community to deliver her fantastic food. She's been doing this for over a couple of years now, before the coronavirus crisis, and you can see the beautiful food that she's delivering there to the Milton Keynes Hospital, and I'm sure that will go down very well by all there. And also on the hospital side, Tina Brown encouraging people to go there if they've got kids who are injured or fall ill. There is still an urgent care and an A&E department. Obviously use 111 for conditions that you're not so sure about, but that is just reassurance that it is still open for business to care for the kids. And talking about caring for the kids and also the teachers, we put 115 free online education and teaching resources on our very own website, which is now packed, absolutely packed, with information. This is mkchannel40.com, and you can see, if I was to just float across the front page, all the different topics. They're all active with the best links to national and local services and charities. And on the education side, we've got a link that will take you through to tes.com, which is the big national teaching education site. We've also got the government list of online education, and then companies like Amazon, brilliant blog by Jitkar Wenham, so the kids can have some activities to save something, so when they're parents they can show their kids what it was like and what they left in 2020 to live in such a historic and sad time. Open Learn, which is run by the Open University, IBM Free Resources, etc., etc. So we put a lot of effort into trying to make this website a utility par excellence for everything that you could possibly want to try and help you through this difficult time. So do check it out. So it's mkchannel40.com. Right, moving on. Let me just take you back into our news of the day. And as we look at protecting Milton Keynes, I love this. This came from a new member, Tam Gent, and she shared a video that's got nearly 10,000 views. I'm sure it's gone over that, but it's just how important it is to wear gloves and use them properly. There's a right way to do it. Find out how on that video link. And then on top of that, Fight Camp, it's all about protecting your health, but also protecting yourself. Lots of tips to do boxing type training, and they do a show that competes with us every night. We don't mind because ours can be watched any time, but for those that like that style of fitness, a really good addition to our group. And also we've asked a question out there: are there any MK homes affected by the news of the day that are having difficulty coping? I would love to see our group being used to get calls of help. We've already had quite a few, but particularly for the elderly in care homes, those people I know don't have all the resources. So if there's anything we can do as a community, radio it through here if you're not getting the help that you need from the official sources. And carrying on the protecting side, this is one that's very dear to my heart. Pharmacies, I've got a good friend who runs a community pharmacy. They've been under-resourced, lack of PPE, etc. And I got reports recently from looking at Netherfield and other estates where people were suffering in the community pharmacies with abuse, with being spat at, and the decent customers having to put up with that. So we got to fight back, and you can use us as champions to do that. We will talk to people. I do manage to get the odd email now back and forwards to Pete Marland, and just maybe by continually reporting it to Thames Valley Police, who, although they're busy, a lot of crime has dropped by about 20%, and this is the sort of thing that they want to be clamping down on. And it's not just the pharmacies, it's the local shops as well. They need protecting. I've heard reports from Netherfield that, for example, the security guard has given up and he's been under attack and spat at, and that's left the staff very vulnerable, and also the customers too. So please, 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 start amplifying these issues, because it will only take a little bit of effort from the council and the police to provide the proper protection that's needed. Now, moving on swiftly on the protection side, we also mentioned that there's the very latest government advice on corona virus, and at the same time still a lot of people not adhering. And I just wanted to highlight this little post I put up. The issue is something I spotted in one of the newspapers. I think it was The Sun, and they highlighted Domino's workers who were not wearing PPE, weren't wearing gloves, and preparing food. And some of that food might well go to NHS workers. Not good enough. We shouldn't be doing that. So please, if you know of any organisations that aren't following the very latest government guidelines and yet making commercial headlines because they're giving free stuff to the NHS, then point them out to us and let's call them out. That's what I'd like us to do as a group. Thank you so much for everybody's support. We're heading towards about 2,000 group members, which in the space of a month is just simply amazing. But this is your news channel. So the old idea of Milton Keynes Channel 40 from the cable days was it was really a way for the community to have its own voice. And we need that above all the noise. We need focus right now. So you can send me your news and information through Facebook, or send it to our email address, newsdesk@mkchannel40.com. You'll find it on the website, and then you can get your news stories up here. We can also do live interviews as well. So basically you can come on to MK Channel 40 from wherever you are, tell us your success stories, tell us your challenges, and we can try and get the message out and a shout out to get you the recognition and help you deserve. And on that, I wish you a very peaceful and happy and contented night, and bye for now.